It's Thanksgiving Day and we're doing a turkey trot, an 11-mile turkey trot to Kalalau Beach, which is on the Nepali coast in Kauai. So we're going to hike 11 miles there, set up camp, enjoy some beef jerky, and then sleep there and hike back tomorrow. It'll be great.
The Kalalau Trail is essentially the banner hike of the Hawaiian Islands. It is 22 miles round trip that traverses 5 valleys with a gain of 5,000 feet. You will need permits in advance, and you should be somewhat competent at general backpacking and hiking. There is a considerable amount of thought you should put into preparing for this hike, like what to pack, how will you sterilize your drinking water, and how many nights will you spend at the beach, and how much food will that require? How will you cross the streams? Do you need hiking poles? The bottom line, in our opinion, is to just have a good attitude. The trail experience will be different every time, and you do not get to choose how your adventure unfolds. It is some of the most beautiful scenery on Earth that is equal parts challenging and rewarding.
Well, hello there. Happy Turkey Day. This is a beautiful view. We're going to go hike it. We're going to hike the view.
This is the first pretty outlook, I would say, on the Kalalau Trail. We just started. It was dark when we started. We had to use our headlamps, but the sun came up pretty quick. We, I don't know, like maybe half a mile, if that. We haven't even gotten to the part yet where you have to show your permit. The trail was closed literally 2 days ago, so we were watching nervously because they closed the trail for several days because of the rain. The only reason they do that is because the streams, there can be flash flooding. You have to do several stream crossings, and a flash flood can just take you out and wash you over the cliffs, and they don't want that, so the trail was closed. But it has opened back up as of yesterday, and that's good for us. A little bit of mud, so it's gonna be a little slippery, but we'll take it slow, and we will get there. Just successfully did our first stream crossing. I think we have 2 more. What we're doing is we brought sandals, so we just take off our hiking boots, cross in your sandals, and then sit and chill, let your feet dry, put your boots back on. And there is, at this first stream crossing, at like the 3-ish mile point, there is an actual restroom. And of course you can fill your water bottles here. I don't think any of us are close to out of water, but yeah.
Once you officially cross onto the portion of the trail that requires a permit, you immediately notice a change in conditions. The path is much less maintained. The jungle squeezes in tighter as you wind your way around the coastline. There are washouts, and you are much closer to the edge of ridgelines with severe drop-offs as compared to the relative safety of the first couple of miles.
Tell me about this stream crossing.
This stream crossing is not as intense as the first stream crossing where we had to take off our shoes and wade through the water. This is more so scramble along the rocks and try not to slip.
So we're almost halfway-ish. Well, it's 11 miles total, so yeah, right about now we're probably about halfway. We had a snack. When you start really early at first light, 2 hours later, which is like 8:30 in the morning, you feel like it's lunchtime, so we've been holding off. But we did have a snack.
Six.
And we're almost to the first campsite where you're allowed to camp with a permit. With the permits, you can camp at this first campsite or go all the way to Kalalau Beach. We're gonna go all the way to the beach. A lot of people will go to the first campsite with the waterfall, camp for a night, go to Kalalau Beach, camp there for a night, and then hike all the way back, or some sort of combination like that. But yeah, so far it's great. The hike turns into different, there's a lot of variety. You've got like mud or it's dry, you've got a lot of moss, or you've got a lot of palm fronds, you've got some streams, you got some waterfalls like behind me. There's some fire ants in one section, like a lot of fire ants, so be careful there. There's been plenty of opportunity to refill our water. None of us have had to do that yet. So basically we're carrying too much water and too much food, which everyone said we would.
Area reserve, which I assume is this portion, like going back, because it's saying this way hiking is permitted, but no overnight camping. I think that the scenery here is top-notch. The scenes of the Nepali coast are really fantastic, very dramatic. It appears that we're at the first campsite, so there's some bathrooms and a waterfall, I think. I've not been here before, so we'll go check it out. We crossed the third stream. It was not as crazy as the first stream that you had to like wade through water. And now we're gonna stop for lunch. There's a shelter on either side of the stream, so we just duck in here in case it starts raining. We have some picnic tables. We can put our food out. Speaking of food, I've got some almonds and some granola. These are my homemade energy balls, which are basically just like almond butter, oats, honey, chia seeds, chocolate chips, dried mangoes, and some beef jerky. Snack time accomplished, back to walking time. Almost. I know my
So let's talk about Crawler's Ledge. It has a reputation on the Kalalau Trail as being the most dangerous or maybe the most anxiety-inducing part of the trail. Honestly, if it's raining, yeah, I can see how it's sketchy, but the ledge is 2.5, 3 feet wide, and yes, there's a drop-off that would have you tumbling down into these waves that would then crush you against the rocks repeatedly if you were to fall. But you're probably not going to fall because the trail of that part is actually, it's flat. It's not like sloping away. It's not extremely slippery. It's rocky, but just watch your foot placement, and if anything, lean against the ridge, like the mountain. Don't let your balance go that way. So if you do slip, you're just on the rocks. If you have hiking poles, they might be good for this part. I actually prefer not to use hiking poles because I like to be able to grab things if I lose balance, because I've done some rock climbing. I thought it was pretty thrilling, and I think you'll enjoy it.
Howdy, partner. Aloha. That's the appropriate greeting in Hawaii. We are on, I believe, the last mile of the trail. Actually, there's probably still 2 miles because we just saw mile marker number 9 not too long ago. But basically, we're just descending down to the beach, and it's pretty exciting. Weather's great. I'm feeling awesome, and I like to do activities, and this is one of the highlights of activities.
And tell me, honey, will we go far?
Listen, baby, don't break my heart.
It's the land of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, this road is long ahead. Yeah, this road is long ahead. Let's take it slow.
Chance, love, hear me down behind.
Yeah, this road is long ahead. Yeah, this road is long ahead. Let's take it slow. Yeah, this road is long ahead. It'll be worth it in the end. Let's take it slow.
So we're starting our hike back out from Kalalau Beach. Last night we arrived, it was beautiful, sunset, just perfect golden hour. The surf was pretty intense, and we were talking to some people and they said that it was not like that the night before. So who knows what caused that, just a big north swell, I don't know. But set up our campsite, we went and took showers. There's a nice little waterfall that has drinking water that you still need to sanitize, and then you can actually like wash off with soap and shampoo there if you'd like. Last night we're having our Thanksgiving meal, which consisted of peanut butter jelly and pumpkin pie that Beth carried from the trailhead all the way here, a whole pie, by the way. And as we're sitting there, a wave comes up and it crashes and damn near splashes on our tents, which we thought were pretty elevated because we had already moved once because some waves got way too close to the tents lower. So we moved up, and then we decided to move again. As we were moving, we saw a headlamp in the water, some guy just getting tumbled by the waves because his tent had gotten swept away. They recovered the tent, but they didn't recover their hiking boots, so he was freaking out. And then Maggie and I, so we just put our tent like pretty much back in the woods. Around midnight, there was a lot of yelling and screaming and people scrambling. I guess a big wave came and swept a lot of campsites, so a bunch of people joined us around midnight. So I don't know that I would say that's typical. I don't think it's typical. Just be aware of the ocean. It can be challenging sometimes.
Take it slow.